Oh, what's up, Internet? Oh, do we have a story for you? I, I'm your host, Wes Gardner. I'm with Marco Flores.
What's going on,
You're
guys?
watching, what is this? If we count overall a week, this is the fourth attempt at Power Hour episode number 15.
Yeah, apparently.
We just can't get this one, man. Like, you know how they say people's like unlucky number is 13? We flew through. Hell, 13 is one of our best episodes. That was our Yakuza episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, but if any game is worth it, this one's worth it. This is SSX3. Came out on PlayStation 2. I want to say that's the only system. I know SSX Tricky came out on Xbox. I know SSX on Tour came out on Xbox, but I can't remember if SSX3 did. I should have probably looked that up.
Okay.
But yeah, it was that generation. It was the PlayStation 2 Xbox original generation. And yeah, game is super rad. Has DJ Atomika. This was actually the first time I had ever heard DJ Atomika was on this. And it's a super awesome snowboarding game. We kind of watched the beginning of the video and the last time we tried to record this. So we're just going to try to let it play for just a little bit more so everyone can see all three peaks. But then we're going to skip all the character intros and we'll just look at them while we're there. But yeah, the coolest part about this game is there's many different modes. You can actually do big air modes, half pipes, and there's a race mode. And as you can see here, like the whole atmosphere and the environment will actually destroy itself as you're going through the level. And that was one of the first games that actually did that, at least to my recollection. And it's one of my favorite PS2 games. It's not one that gets a lot of SSX doesn't get a lot of traction anymore. And you actually brought up that there was a new SSX that came out on PlayStation 3 in 2013.
And weren't they trying to like make that a little bit more serious?
I think so. They started it with like
It was like a mission, and he had to
Yeah.
snowboard down the mountain or something. And
right, and like you were a detective. Like I was what? Like this is what I remember it being. Some like she has crazy hair and crazy puzzle pants and
right.
doing handstand. Like that's what I expected. But then they try to make it super serious in the newer one. I think they kind of toned it down, but it still has a little bit of the trappings from it. But yeah, you see some of the things right here. But let's get into it. 2003. So yeah, 11 years old. We've been with DJ Atomika for 11 years. Let's go into a single event. You can see single event where you can just play a normal, just a quick match, I guess. Conquer the Mountain, which is sort of the quest mode, to where you have different things you have to do. As your character, you can unlock stuff with XP, you can advance your character, make them spin faster, jump higher, all that cool stuff. Multiplayer, same screen multiplayer. And then we looked at those previews. Need for Speed Underground, NFL Street, and NBA Street Volume 2. If you really want to get your nostalgia back in where we were in time, there you go.
There you go.
Let's see, single event. Ah, my controller works this time.
Nice.
So exciting. All right, so let's be Mac. Mac is kind of the main guy from SSX1. He was kind of the poster child. He has pants that are way too big. He looks like some sort of South Park
Those are way too big. Look at them big old clown feet.
It's like little canoes.
You know?
Okay, that sweater's huge.
Yep. I mean, I guess that's what you wore when you were snowboarding
I
or
guess
skiing.
you look like a pear. Let's see.
Right.
Let's do this. Let's do a quick freestyle. Let's do big air again. That's what we did on the last recording.
Okay.
And now that I can actually use my controller, we can actually get some decent air on this
There
one.
you go.
So yeah, I think we're gonna jump over a bridge. It's gonna be crazy. I need to beat 58,000 to get first place. Yeah. All right. Oh, and I got real bad off the cuff there. So we're coming up here and BAM!
Oh, nice. You're still going.
So there. Oh, yes. And then boo-hoo! That right there. Oh, big up. No. Damn.
Oh, front row.
Oh, recovered. I recovered it.
There you
So
go.
I still get temporary crap. All right. Good
Little
job. Good job, Little Mac. What are you doing? That's not a good job.
Little Mac.
Little Mac, come on. Get it together. Oh god. Even with my controller fixed, I'm really bad at this. Oh, I finished like a champ. Yes. I'm in 4th place.
But it's not too bad.
Out of 4 people? Oh no, out of 6 people. So now I don't feel so bad.
There you go.
All right. So then, go to quit game. Sure. All right. Good job, guys. we did that one. Let's conquer the mountain. Who should we be? Who should our character be?
Let's see. Yeah, go scroll. Let's be the supervillain.
Oh, Simon?
Yeah.
Simon.
You have a name. That's a supervillain. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. We're being Simon. Thank you for showing me the controls. It just knew I was so bad. It was like, actually, here you go, friend. Press X to skip.
Oh, they got cutscenes.
Oh man, the heli. Dropping people off. Beautiful.
Right?
Man, these graphics back then, though.
I know, dude. Like, you were looking forward to cutscenes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, what can they do with the power of PlayStation?
PlayStation 2 is so good.
The emotion.
They look like real people.
It can't get more realistic than that.
I know.
Oh, his hair is the first thing I saw.
Simon, you look like you went Super Saiyan.
Oh, Simon out of the gate. Doing some flippies. Okay, so see, now you can see right here, I'm going to take a little break right here. You see that sign? It says race, slope style, big air, and mid station. So, if I want to do one of those,
you go to a particular place.
Yep, it'll show it, and it's actually pretty cool. I guess you could consider it like an open. The mountain's kind of an open area because you would have to actually travel by snowboard to get everywhere.
Right.
Which was really cool when you unlocked Peak 3 because you could play every level in the game because you were going down the entire mountain. So here's a question mark. See what that is. All right, there are 4 goals in each peak: a race, freestyle, free ride, and earnings. Earn cash by winning events and big challenges. Complete any goal to earn a pass to the next peak. All right.
Is this a phone?
I guess message center.
What kind of phone did you have on 2003?
Was it a Razor?
I don't know. I might have had a T-Mobile.
Oh yeah, yes sir. Cricket. They had oh man, I'm even trying to think. No, I think Razor was 2004. Okay. So it'd be a BlackBerry, right?
It was a BlackBerry.
Oh,
that's when you're big balling and you had a BlackBerry.
That's right. And then you had the very early edition of the. So let's go to the lodge. See right here.
Natural wildness threatening to spill over.
Is that a cigarette pack? Oh, that's his deal.
Cigarette.
Would you like to enter the lodge? Yes. And I think this is where, with your money, you can buy. Yeah, you can buy gear, buy attributes, rider details. You can change the music. Okay. Let's take a look at some of these hot hits. Big mountain ambiance. It plays natural sounds. So okay. So edit playlist. Let's look at this. The Utah Saints.
Oh, okay.
By Swollen Members. Go by Andy Hunter. That I think is that first song that plays in the opener. Jerk It Out by Caesars. This, in my opinion, the best song on the whole fucking game. Rockstar by NERD by Pharrell Williams and Chad Hugo. Fucking rad. Like this is the Executioners. Moss by Kinky. A is for Action by I'm a Robot. Snow Patrol by Alpine Stars. Aphrodite with Wobble. Audio Bullies with We Don't Care. Dan the Automator featuring Qbert. Bear Witness 3.
Qbert, dang.
Felix the House Cat. Ride by Deep Sky. Queens of the Stone Age. There you go.
I gotta wiki all these artists, see where they're at now.
Yellow Card. Yep.
Yellow
Overseer. Fisher Spooner. Red Hot Chili Peppers.
There you go.
Royksop? I don't know. Black Eyed Peas. Yep. Jane's Addiction. MXPX. So see, they had decent Basement Jacks. Chemical Brothers. Fat Boy Slim.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, The Faint, Thrice, Autopilot Off, Placebo, Power Plant, John Morgan, Finger 11. So yeah, totally an EA game.
Yep.
Return to game. Save progress. No. There's a cigarette pack right there that gives us our loading numbers.
It's a Power Ranger communicator.
Okay, so here we go. And you see also on the lodge side it said transport. Whenever you unlock the different peaks, you can go from one peak to the next. Or you can do the true free ride and actually just go down the peak, which takes like 25-30 minutes. So let's do a race.
This is practically a zone in an MMO.
Yeah, that's actually a great way to look at it. And some of them are going to be, yeah, let's do race. Going this way. So yeah, these are all kind of put together like that, and you can travel from one to the other. So if I wanted to change my mind, I could probably actually go back, and it'd probably be difficult, but if I could find a way to actually snow up the mountain, like I could actually go back and do one of the other levels. But whenever you get out of here, you're still able to kind of come back where you were and do the next events. But I think you only have to pass the one to get to the next peak. But I say that, and there's no way I'm going to win the freaking race, because you got to know the levels. But that was part of the fun of SSX, is you would actually learn the levels and see there's free ride and big challenge. So here's the race start area. It looks all official with the banners waving.
Yep.
So yeah, these graphics blew my mind in 2003, man. I was like, look at all the cloth physics.
I know, it's waving.
But they're all waving exactly the same way.
Yeah.
I love that in video games, though, whenever you're just blown away with how some of the technology works, but then 10 years go by and then you can see it for what it is. Like, oh, they just animated that and then put that same animation on loop, you know, instead of making it true cloth physics. One. Boop! Oh, terrible start. So that guy has a giant afro. And then... there we go.
Nice.
Oh, terrible. Terrible. Simon. Every time I say his name, I think of Dylon from Chappelle's Show. Because I spit hot fire.
5 best rappers of all time.
Dylon.
Dylon, 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 and Dylon. Because I spit hot fire.
You're too close, Wyclef.
Yeah. Oh man.
Best show Comedy Central's ever put out.
Yeah, I know.
Like, no question. Somehow, by the grace of God, I'm in second place. I don't even know. Okay,
because
so there's...
Simon is,
that's right, Simon.
Simon's the best.
The 5 best snowboarders in the world. Simon. See, there's some happening shit happening. I don't even know. And I can't remember what. Oh, here's big jump. There's a bird right there, man.
Oh,
look at that. Look at that jump.
High?
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Got it. Coming over here. Shredding that.
Pillars.
Shredding these. Pillars are popping in for some reason because this is a PS2 game. Remember, coming through here. That guy needs to stop it.
Uber tricks.
It's Elise. Yeah, I can do an Uber trick, but I need a lot of air to do it.
Like their specialty?
Yeah. Oh, no. No. And I can't remember what... Okay, square is turbo. That's all I needed.
There you go.
There we go. So I got all that right there. Oh.
Switch DS, Misty.
Oh, that's right. Going right there. And see, I'm off the track. It's off the page.
Grinding on wood.
Bam. Grinding. The board. We're doing it. Oh. So bad. I got all this juice. Right. And see, if you actually, you can grind on those. Oh no, what are you doing, Simon? You're blowing it. Your fans are real upset with you right now.
Simon. I'm thinking Pokemon though.
Oh yeah, like
Psyduck.
The Psyduck. It'd be
Oh,
incredible
man.
if he did that actual little like head
I know.
thing.
He
Oops.
grabbed his head.
Sorry.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay caramba. I don't know why we've made Psyduck into this weird stereotype, but we have.
There you go.
Big
big
impact
air.
right there. I should have done my Uber. That's fine. Everyone's behind me.
You got to finish.
Bam.
Oh, wow.
3 minutes and 18 seconds. That's right. I'm telling you, man, this episode does not want to record.
Apparently not. And now Simon, like, de-leveled to Griff.
He did. He powered down.
He
And
powered
then,
down.
he turned into
de-leveled.
Griff, which is the Scrappy Doo of SSX. We're gonna play. Oh God, this might be a terrible mistake, but we're gonna end it on Griff. We're gonna do this. We're gonna freestyle. Or no. How about we race?
We did a race.
Let's race the Snowjam.
Yep.
Let's see. Super AI off. AI head start. Start with full boost on. Wait, no. Unlimited boost on. Yeah.
No big head mode.
Oh, that'd be amazing. I think there is a code for that actually. So we'll go continue. Snow Jam. The hot jams.
EA, like, even back then, continues to give us problems.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank you.
exactly. Yeah, no kidding. They need to get their stuff together. He's like a tenth of the size as everyone else. I've unlimited everything. Oh God, someone just took a tumble.
Who ate it?
Oh,
Who ate it?
yeah.
There you go.
Here's a good one. All right, Griff, you might not be so useless after all. Well, he's not. Oh, he just broke a tree. Griff's not kidding around anymore. What's going on here?
So, not to get off course, but with this game, but you were watching FanFest, right?
Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV FanFest, yes sir.
So I didn't really watch any of it. What can you tell me from what you remember? What was brought up to FanFest?
Oh my God. 2.4 comes out October 28th, so next Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
We're getting the Rogue and the Ninja class. They're adding the third and final wing of Bahamut. They are basically installing a lot of backbone for the first major expansion that's coming out in March.
Right.
And they're doing stuff with the housing is going to be different. They're adding a cash shop. So, and the very first thing that's going to be in there is Odin's mount that you can
Nice.
buy to have your own mount. Selpener, I think is the horse's name. There's a lot going on. Like, they were talking about it. They were showing off new glamour stuff. I guess glamour is kind of how we have vanity items in DC Universe.
Right.
Or like the looks, I guess they call them.
How do you feel about Final Fantasy having a cash shop?
It depends on what it is. If it's like Guild Wars, I'd be way against it, because Guild Wars, everything good in Guild Wars, and not necessarily by like stats, because Guild Wars Cash Shop doesn't sell anything with stats. They just sell like XP boosts and stuff. But all of the good looking gear they put on the Cash Shop.
Okay.
So there's no incentive to actually go do the content, because hey, I could just buy this gear for $4.
Right.
Even though it's not strong and it just is basically the look of the gear. I usually like to level up and get better gear, because not only does it perform better, but it looks better. But then if you're taking all of that out, all of that incentive out, what is there, you know? But the way, because I see a lot of people online and they're bitching and moaning like, oh, we already pay per month, why do you have a cash shop? And it's like, well, kind of the same reason why Warcraft has one. You know,
Yeah.
Warcraft still has one. They haven't used it in a little while, but it's still there. And like they do specific mounts and things like that. It's never stuff that, you know, you really want. At least, off limits. Oh, here's the good stuff right there. That was a good. Those little deals with the ice. Like ice performs a lot different than snow does in this game.
Okay.
It makes it a lot more slick. But with the Warcraft thing, it is a lot of stuff for their charity events, a lot of stuff for BlizzCon. So it's more kind of specifically, it's specifically for, I guess, the hardcore, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So I'm not too upset by it. I want to see how they're doing it, but the thing that I took away from FanFest more than anything is I think Final Fantasy XIV is going to be my primary MMO.
Yeah, because you this past weekend you basically established an audience because all these people were watching your stream and and returned the next day.
Right, and and they were coming back, and which was weird because just for behind the curtain type stuff, normally whenever I stream a game, I get anywhere from about 9 to 25-ish people normally, which is still quite a bit. I'm thankful for really if anyone watches. But then with Final Fantasy XIV, I just put that, hey, this is my first character in 2.0, and then I got 80 viewers average.
And interaction with people chatting.
Tons of people chatting.
Right.
And a lot of them, I can tell English is not their first language, but it doesn't matter. It's amazing. Getting that amount of people, getting that amount of action. It was so provocative that I added something in my stream that I can, that you can see the chat overlaid on the stream.
Right.
Which is something I've wanted to do for a while. But now it warranted it because I had so many people talking to me. Yeah. And I wanted to have that interaction with the people watching on YouTube too, so they could see what I was responding to. But yeah, there's a huge audience there, and the reason why I think this is becoming my main MMO is the amount of passion from the development team is infectious. They're so about Final Fantasy XIV.
Right.
I have not seen a dev that excited about making a game since Wrath of the Lich King in Warcraft. Ever since then, Blizzard, and I love Blizzard to death, I'm a huge Blizzard fanboy, but Blizzard feels much more like a business. And the only reason why they do BlizzCon is because it makes them a lot of money. And then, that everything is kind of, there's a push for money, and there's a push for other things. And it seems like their head's not really in the game anymore as far as, are we doing this because we love to do this? But with Final Fantasy, Yoshida, the main game director, I don't know if you saw the deal online, he signed somebody's collector's edition of Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, it came out in 2010 or whatever. He signed it, and he signed it Japanese, but then in English he put, "I fixed this."
Nice.
Super rad, right?
Awesome.
Hilarious sense of humor. But they understand what their audience wants, and they're listening, and they're implementing. And hell, they were giving away stuff they weren't allowed to give away up on stage. A perfect example is they announced the Dark Knight class, but they did it by wearing Batman shirts.
Yeah.
They were wearing Batman. They're like, I love Batman, especially the Chris Nolan ones.
Yeah.
And, of course, those are the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises. So then everyone's like, oh, shit, they're announcing, without announcing it, the Dark Knight is the next big character class besides Rogue.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then there was Yoshida actually came out and said there's a new race in 2.5. And he wasn't supposed to. Everyone on stage with him looked around you're not allowed to say that.
He's like...
I don't give a fuck. He was like, you guys...
You know what he said? He said, our motto in this show.
Yeah, fuck it, YOLO. That's what he said. And he did too, and he's the producer. He's the executive producer of the game. So if he says it, by God, it's going to come true. So then I don't know if whenever he said it, they were freaking out because he blew the gasket too early, or if they're like, fuck, now we have to make a new race. I don't know which reaction it was. But yeah, Yoshida was super forthcoming about everything. He brought in production pictures during the live panel. He was like, oh, here's what we're working on. And he would show everybody. He was putting it up on the big projector. He was like, here, put this up. Yeah, well, see that? That's what I want to put in. Do you guys want that? And then if they didn't really cheer, he's like, okay, I'll scrap it. And he like puts it at the bottom, and he's like, "Do you guys want that?" And people freak out, and he's like, "All right." And he writes it down that that's going to be in the next patch.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what a good way to do business. Like, you're asking the people that pay for your game what they want. They tell you, and then you do it.
Exactly.
Like, it's so easy. It's almost novel. But yeah, man,
so,
like,
there was a trailer. I don't know if you saw it on the Final Fantasy XIV channel. I think it was like Heaven's Wraith or something like that. No.
Or Haven Sword.
Yeah, there you go.
Or Heaven's Sword, yeah.
Was Dragoon already a job?
No.
In the game? Okay, so that's also like basically
yeah,
just announced too.
Right, and like, or I think the Dragoon was, but it was part of the Lancer class, and then you had to like level up a certain way, and then you could become a Dragoon, but there wasn't really anything for Dragoons to do. But now it's hugely prominent because they made the entire trailer about it.
Yeah.
You know, this would be the equivalent of WoW putting out a patch specifically for hunters. You know, that doesn't happen. But to see that they have that type of stuff under lock and key, and that they're still transparent about it. Like, they understand where the players need to go, but they don't want to force people to do stuff they don't want to do. But basically, I bet nobody was playing Dragoon. So what better way to get them in the limelight than make an entire fucking trailer about Dragoons?
Right.
You know, it's genius business. And the way that they're making everything, and I mean, the game by itself is just fun to play anyway. But there was actually a guy that was watching my stream, and he friended me on Steam and all that.
Right. Lord Bacon?
Yeah, Lord Bacon. He was so shout out to Lord Bacon. He was saying, I tried World of Warcraft like last year. He had never played it before. Like, keep in mind, I played it for 10 years. He has never played it before, and he was like, I tried to get into it, and it was just really boring. It felt really old. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know, he's right. Like, there was always something about WoW lately that I would play it for about a week and love it and love it and love it, and then I'd be done.
Yeah.
And I guess it's just once I get my fill of that type of gameplay, I'm done. But the nice thing is, I think Final Fantasy XIV does the generic WoW gameplay, but adds enough to it to make it new. The best thing about an MMO, and I think you'll agree, Marco, is that feeling of I don't know what the fuck to do. Like, there's a huge world. All these people got this shit that I want. Like, how do I get that? What's over here? Where am I? Like, I don't know the name of the places. Like, because you're, with our DC Universe stuff, you're the pro. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And you're like, oh, this is the central quest hub. You go down here, downstairs is here. You go sell your stuff over here. And I'm like, I dig it. Like, I have no idea where I'm going. So I just follow you. And that's a great feeling. Because it's like, well, once I get settled and once I remember where stuff is, like, if you tell me a zone in World of Warcraft, I can draw you a map of it. Like, I haven't even installed the game in 6 months, but I could still draw you a map of it.
Would you have, like, memorized in your head?
Yeah, and, like, for literally a decade, I've played that game, and it's so boring and so ingrained in my head because nothing has changed. And so that's why I was all excited about Warlords of Draenor until I started playing Final Fantasy XIV. And now WoW's going to take a back seat. Like, I'll get Draenor when it's $20.
Right.
You know?
Like, yeah, you're not in any rush because you're not the player that wants to play the end game and grind just to get the gear. You just want the world.
Yes, exactly.
That new thing.
And the world of Final Fantasy XIV is now so provocative and so, I hate to use the word compelling because it's kind of a lazy term, but it does. It compels you to play more because I'm a huge Final Fantasy nut anyway. You know, we both are. Yeah. And I just have a love of the, I guess you would call it the Ivalice stuff. So Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy XII,
right?
Vagrant Story. It's sort of that medieval-esque. Paladins have nice armor. It's their take. It's the Japanese take on like
Star Wars.
Sort of, yeah, like the Third Crusade type of thing. Like they would have. Yeah, because if you play Final Fantasy Tactics, they have capes, for God's sakes. Like, they have capes, but just the production art on it looks so much better. And, and the same team did, like, Tactics Ogre and, like, Vagrant Story. But just that art style is beautiful. And they brought that to life in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, the airships look just like they do in the picture. And it's that sense of imagination that I have lost in MMOs, because like I'm a big Lord of the Rings guy. I played Lord of the Rings online for a few years. That game's boring as shit. Like, but just because I'm a huge but I'm a huge Lord of the Rings guy, so I stuck with it. But the game's super boring. It's good, but it's boring. There's not a lot of personality to it, not unless you're a huge Lord of the Rings guy. But with Final Fantasy, there's just something intriguing about it, because I'm seeing inside jokes from Final Fantasies I didn't play, and now I want to know what those are about. You know what I mean? It's bringing in the entirety of Final Fantasy, and what I love about the entire series, from the time I first played, Final Fantasy VI, when I was 9 years old, to now, whenever I'm talking shit on Final Fantasy XIII. But like it has all of it, and it's in one package, and it's a package that's always on. There's an entire world there. Like, there's shit going on right now. They started their Halloween festival today.
Okay.
And like, I want to log in and see what the fuck that's about. You know what I mean? Like, I want a pumpkin. I want to, I'm only a level 15 in one class. There's some people.
Pumpkin gear.
Yeah, exactly. I want to figure out what the fuck that is. So, it gives you an incentive to play. But yeah, man, like, I think that's a game that we could get on board with, and we could make something of it, especially since there's the cross-play thing. And like, especially with you and I, and hey, this is transparency for you guys listening to the Power Hour. This is what you get, some behind the scenes. Like, hell, our DC Universe Online streams, we could just transfer that over to Final Fantasy.
Right.
We could do that, especially if there's a bigger audience. Instead of having 6 or 7 viewers that are talking with us, how about 80? You know what I mean? Like, it's bigger, it's better. There's just so much potential in that, and there's just so much to that game, and they're so excited about making it even better and even better. And like, they want to go in, they want to fix it, even if it's not broken. They want to go fix it, and that's great. I think more game studios need to be like that. So
definitely.
But yeah, man, that's what I love about 14 so far.
Good to know.
I don't love that my guy looks like a gumpy duder. He has like a big giant tin helmet bucket on.
You kept mentioning about it.
It's so
funny. Like, you'll get there, man. You'll get there.
Right. Yeah, that's what everyone was saying. Was like, no, you'll get some good looking gear, but right now I look like a hobbit. I'm like, I have like a weird pink shirt on and like yellow pants.
You look like, as of right now, you look like just a regular foot soldier. Yeah. So, yeah.
Or like, not even a foot soldier, but let's say the foot soldier in one scene, like, what was the old Coca-Cola commercial to where, like, who was it? Lawrence Taylor or whatever was like, hey, good game, sir. And he like throws him, and the football player throws his jersey at the kid. Like, that's what my guy looks like. My guy looks like the kid that just got a jersey from a real foot soldier. And I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to go and we're going to kill some ladybugs.
Yeah.
But, oh, man. But, hey, got third is Griff.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But, yeah, I think that's SSX. We had a battle for it. Fucking crazy Power Hour.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness gracious. But, yeah, that's Power Hour number 15. Thank you, Marco.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, we'll be back next week. It's your pick.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it'll be my pick.
Yep.
Hopefully something that's stable.
No shit. Oh, my God. But, yeah, so this one, editing's going to be a lot of fun on this one. But, hey, thank you guys for watching so much on YouTube. We got a whole lot of new subscribers, got a whole lot of views coming in. We do appreciate it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Of course, give us the thumbs up likes. You guys are doing really good about it on the Marco and Wes Play, the Bouncer series. Definitely check that out. I think our first video has like 70 thumbs up. No thumbs down, which is a good ratio. I like that ratio.
I like that no thumbs down, yeah.
Big old thumbs up. But, yeah, we're going to see you guys next week here on the Power Hour.
Take care.